Now I am going to my route and web.php, routes and web.php, and in the web.php now I will define my routes. So for example, the first route is actually the home page, so home route, but that is actually in the case of front end, right? I am going to fix the route that is for the admin panel first. So I am going to create here route get, and here I am going to create, for example, some routes, for example that is dashboard, okay, or for example for the login, anything you want you can give here. So I am going to give here the dashboard, that is okay. And now here I will have to call the user controller, so user controller class, and here I can call index and dashboard, that is perfect. Now here I am going to the user controller. In my controller, this is actually the user controller here, and here I am going to call public, then function and index. If you want, you can use the string this style here, that is the return type, or if you want you can just skip it. Here I am going to return the view, so return view is dashboard, but if there is any view file I am going to check it. In the resources views, you see the default view is welcome. So here for the case of user, I am going to create a view folder, for example user, and here I can create dashboard.blade.php. If you want you can create here admin folder also, no problem at all. So here you see this view, it will be into the user folder, so I am going to call user.dashboard. So in the user folder there is in the user folder there is dashboard, okay. So user.dashboard. So in the dashboard I am going to put anything, that is for example admin dashboard, okay. Let's check if it works or not. Now I am going to check it. So here I am going to put user or admin, whatever you want you can give here. If I want I can call it something like that, admin login, okay, or admin dashboard, for example this one. But here you see there is nothing coming because in the web.php I did not define it as admin dashboard. So here I am going to call admin dashboard. Here also, for example, the admin dashboard or user dashboard, here in the URL I want it as admin dashboard, but in every other places it is user, that is no problem. User controller is okay, admin is one kind of user, so admin dashboard, that is perfect. So if you now refresh it, you see user controller does not exist. Here I use the user controller, so in the top I am going to use this one, app http controllers user folder, then user controller. Now it should work. I am going to refresh, you see now this is admin dashboard, right? Here you see there is a prefix here that I use here, that is admin slash, right? And here this page should not be accessed by any type of user who did not log in here. You see I did not log in here, but I can see the dashboard. This should not be. But before going to that place, I am going to call another one, that is admin login. So here user controller, here login, and this will be for example admin login. So if I write like this, what will be happened? I will have to call here in the user controller, that is public function login, and that is user.login. So in the user I am going to call another one, that is login.blade.php, okay. Here this is actually the login page, so here I call login. You see when I am dashboard I can see this page, but I will apply a middleware here. The default middleware is actually the auth middleware, WebGuard and auth middleware. So here this dashboard should be in a secret place. So here I can do it like this way. Instead of name I can use here like this, that is middleware, but I will not use it in this way. In the top I will call a route middleware. Okay, so route middleware. So in the route middleware I will write here that is auth middleware, because my user is under the auth middleware, and there I will use another one, that is I will group these items into this middleware. So I call it here that is function. This is a function, and this item I am going to cut and paste it here. So middleware is auth, and this is the group. You see there is a admin/dashboard I want to use here. So here with middleware I will use another function, that is prefix. Prefix is admin, and then this one will come. So admin is the prefix, so I will use only /dashboard. That is okay. Now it should work, because you will not be able to see this page now. If I refresh, it will take you to the login, but login here actually not login, it will be admin login. So I am going back to my middleware authenticate, and here you see route. This my route name is admin login. Now let's check it. I am going here, refresh. You see you cannot see the dashboard. You have taken back to the login page, so you are redirected to the login. If I try to give a dashboard, I am redirected to the login. That means without login I will not be able to see the dashboard page. So the middleware setup here in the route is working perfectly. I am going to remove this code. Okay, so this is actually the dashboard. There is a login, there will be another one after login submit, where I will go here. I will call admin login submit, right? And here it will be login submit like this, and this will be my post route, and here it will be login submit. Then in the user controller I will use public function login submit like this. So for example like this login submit, and there will be a request as a parameter, because this is a post route, and in the login I put it. Now I will replace it by my theme. What is my theme? You know, I have in the desktop Laravel, here HTML, my admin panel HTML is this here, and the output of admin panel HTML is this. So this is actually my login page, right? Login.html. So my target is to replace this code by that HTML code. So I am going to open the login.html in my editor. This is login.html. I am going to copy all the code from here, and login.blade.php here I am going to paste the items here. So body class equal to body login, and all other things are showing here, right? So it is working. So okay, now you see there are some distribution files, bootstrap, data table, select, etc. I used here. As I am going to use the blade file, so this type of things will not work. I will upload everything. Where in the desktop you will see in the Laravel there is a public folder. In the public folder I am going to create here here I can create a folder, that is for example new folder. Here I am going to use a distribution for the admin panel, or admin panel or front admin like this. I am going to call it dist admin, and into here I will copy all the items from the HTML. Admin HTML is actually this is the distribution files, and here are images. Total 3 images are given here. So from distribution I am going to copy all this, and in my Laravel I am going to paste it into the public dist admin what I created right now. Okay, all the items are here, and from the HTML into the images folder there are some photos, so I am going to copy those, and in my public folder I am going to create a new folder into the public, that is uploads. So all the data, all the files, all the images, photos, etc. I will upload in this location, that is uploads. So I paste the admin.jpg, default admin, favicon, etc. here. Okay, So here instead of default admin, I am going to name it only default. Favicon I will change later, and admin is okay for now. So this is the dist admin in the public, and this path what I will use here is the public path, that is asset. So this is actually the public location, and into the public I added dist admin, right? So dist admin, and into dist admin this is actually my file name, so this one. So I am going to remove it from here. This one I am going to add in each cases, so I select all, paste it, going last like this. So all the items I put into function, and instead of dist it will be dist admin in all places. So it should work, and similarly this one will be same, so it will be into uploads. So the photo are into the public, asset mean public. So in the public folder I have a uploads folder, and there I put the photo. So now I am going to use other items. In the title I can use the environmental files. You know, I used here env file, and here my app name is business website. The same thing I can use here. So I am going here, and here if you want you can just use here like this, that is env function, and that app name variable data will come here. So similarly for the JavaScript I will do the same thing that I did here. So I am going to copy, and here I am going to select all the items from here. So like this I am going to select all, and then I am going to paste all. This is dist admin, and all are here. Okay, so it should work. So I am going to check my Laravel. This was my login. Now refresh. You see it is working. Yes, perfect. So the login form is coming here, and I can easily log in into the system now, and this is working without any problem. It is working perfectly. Now I am going to work with the admin login submit. Okay, in order to work with the admin login submit, you see here this is actually the login form. So here I am going to remove it, and here I am going to put the route. What is the route actually here? The route is actually here, that is login submit. Okay, login submit, and this is actually not login submit, it is admin login submit. If you go to the route you will see that this is actually admin login submit. And now I am going here, you see this is the login submit. That means the program will come actually here. So from this login, here method is okay, and here I will have to use the CSRF, this one, and here you see floating input. Actually this is not needed. Here placeholder is okay, or floating input is okay, no problem. I am not going to change it. Floating input and floating password. The placeholder here, what is the placeholder? The email address, actually email address and email address. Here if I remove this one, what is going to be happened? You see refresh. Okay, so this is okay, working perfectly. Now here I am going to use a name. The name already given here, that is email, and here name is password, so that is perfect. And when I will submit it, then the login, it will actually come in this location. So let's check it by request all if it works or not. I am going to refresh it. Here it is working. You see the token, email, password, form, etc. null. Form actually is not needed in this case, so I am going to remove it. Not needed. So this is okay. Forget password, I am going to remove the URL now. I will use that later. So for now let's check the login. Okay, so when the user will log in, when I am coming here, so this is okay. Now I will use the request validate. Okay, so request validate equal to email equal to required email. This is okay. Password equal to required. You can also use like this. So like this you can also use like this. Okay, and password is same. For example, I am going to copy, and this is actually the password. So password is required. So email and password is required. No password required is also only okay. So any password you can allow here, or if you want you can define here the password must be from 1 to 8 character. Whatever you want you can give here, but I am not going to apply any limitation here. And here you can show the default message, there is no problem, or if you want you can change the message. So here you can write something like that. It is email required, email is required, email is invalid, and password.required, and this is password is required. Okay. The credentials here, actually this code is generated by the GitHub Copilot. Okay, so GitHub Copilot actually is VS Code extension. So when I start writing the code, it suggests me what I am going to write next. So it is a very helpful tool. If you want you can use it, no problem. Now I am going to check from the where. So here I am going to use app models user. So user model I am calling here because when a person will give the email and password, then I will check if this person is a real person or not. So in that database I will check it, right? So here I am going to do one thing, that is, there is a request all. So that is a request all. I have this in the top. So I am going to put it into a variable, and here I will check, that is data. For example, the data here I am going to check, that is on is email equal to check email, and password equal to check password. If the email and password is correct, I am going to check in this way. So here data equal to this one I just put here. Now I will check using the auth guard. My guard is actually the web guard, so I will start the attempt. Okay, or if you want you can also use the auth attempt, no problem. So in this way I can, okay, if you want you can use the auth function by default, or if you want you can use like this, that is auth guard. What is the guard here? Web guard. So both the system is perfect here. So I am going to use this. If auth attempt data means if the email equal to this email and this password equal to check password in my system. So then if attempt, then what will be happen? If this is okay, then I will take the user to the admin dashboard. So my route is admin dashboard. If you go here, you see this is the route name, admin dashboard. Otherwise I will go the user back. So here instead of route I can also use here back. So he will be back to the current page, that is login page. Okay, and there will be an error, and here you see the invalid credentials or any message. If you want you can give here, no problem. So this is the thing. Now if I refresh here, if I log in, you see there is nothing, but there is no error message also. In order to use any error message here, what I can do, if I go to the login blade, you will see that there is a select to TNMC etc given here, but actually there is no error message. If you want you can use a toaster message. So toaster jQuery, I am going to check. Okay, demo can be found here. Here is a toaster message. In this way toaster will be shown, and iziToast, there is another one. I am going to search it. Where is iziToast? This one is okay. iziToast demo, libraries, many things are actually given here. I am going here, and if I want to check it, all modern browser is using. Okay, where is the documentation? You can also go to download it or documentation. The documentation is here. You will have to just use the CSS, and there is a JavaScript file two things, and then you just call it and it will work. Okay, that is good. If you want, you can use the CDN. So I am now going to download it, master.zip. Okay, it is downloaded already. I am going to check it, and after download I am going to get the main files here. One is iziToast means CSS. I am going to copy it, and in my case I am going to paste it in the in the desktop Laravel here, public dist admin CSS. Here I am going to paste it, iziToast.min.css, and another file that is here, that is JS JavaScript iziToast.min.js. I am going to copy and paste it into my public dist admin JS here, iziToast.min.js. So here I am going to call it, before the spacing and custom I am going to copy an existing one, paste it here, and it will be iziToast.min.css, and in the bottom I am going to copy any one, paste it here, iziToast.min.js, and in the bottom of the script, that means in the bottom of this space, I can use, which one I will use, they tell me how to use it in the documentation. In the bottom documentation you see there is a iziToast.show, so I am going to copy it, and here I am going to paste it in this location. If I do not apply any condition, then what will be happened, you will see here title is not needed, message is okay, here error message. Okay, and there are some options here what you can apply here, that is, if there is error message, you should put here, change the color is, for example, the red. So I am going to copy it, paste it here, that is color equal to red color. Now if I refresh my page, for example, this is my page, refresh, you see error message comes here in the bottom, but I want to show it in the top. If you want, you can show in the bottom, you can show it in the bottom also, no problem. So here I am going here in the options, so class equal to this, light theme, icon URL null, image white, bottom right, position. So this one is needed. I am going to copy this one. Top right is the position, so here I am going to use the top right. So if I now refresh my page here, you see the error message coming in the top section. If you wait for some time, the message will go. So this is the error message, right? And similarly the success message come here, that is, for example, green color I can use, and here I can use the success message. Now if I refresh it, you see on success message and on error message, because I call the both here. But here now I will apply some trick. What trick I will apply here? The trick is I will have to tell here which things actually is error. There are two types of error. One is by default the request validation error. You know, here is the this error. If there is any error happens here, then one error message will be thrown, and if there is any error message here, like the flash message, here you see with error, this is a flash message. Also in the middleware, what I did, authentication middleware, for example, I am going to show you in the middleware authenticate, you see there I called a flash. So the error with flash or error with these two are actually the session type of error, right? So after the flashing, the value is saved into a session variable only for the first time. So in this case, how I can handle it? In the bottom, you see in the login.php, in the bottom there is a section where I can handle this thing. So if there is any error that comes by the validation, default Laravel validation request validate, then here I will have to use like this if, and here I call end if. So like this. Okay, so there will be one if and there will be on end if, but outside here, not here. So something like that, and this script is here, that is okay. So if errors any, so if errors any, if there is any error, this is actually a default function in Laravel, then what I can do, I can use a for each to get all the error one by one. So this is the default behavior. So end for each like this, and here I will have to use errors. Here is errors all as error. So when errors all as error, then what I will do, if this one, then I will have to do something, that is this error I will have to show. That means I will have to show like this, right? But I will have to using the toaster. So I am going to copy this, and in this place I am going to use the script and paste it. So like this, and the error that is showing here, I am going to cut it from here, and the error message is actually here, right? So here I can use the error in the message. Actually I will have to show the message, right? So the similar way I will have to use another one, that is session error. So I am going to copy, and here instead of error any, I am going to use a session variable. So session error, not like this, I can use like this, session error. If there is any session error, and here will be end if like this, then I will similarly use this one. I am going to copy and paste it here, but instead of showing it in the error this variable, I will have to use here, that is session error. So here if remove, and this is session error. So like this, and similarly I am going to copy, and in the case of success, here it will be green only, and my task should be done, and here success also. So okay, I am going to remove this one. Now go here, refresh, submit. You see password is required, email is required, so the toaster is working perfectly here. If I give a bad password like this, you see invalid credentials. Only I will be able to log in if I give the correct information, that is admin and password, admin@gmail.com and password. You know, in my database, I have to log in again. In my database, the email is admin@gmail.com, and this was password. So I put the password here, click on login. You see now I am able to go into the dashboard, admin dashboard. Here is no logout, so I am going to do one quick thing I am going to work with, that is I will have to create a logout. So here, like the login, I am going to copy and paste it here, and it will be a logout, and I will call the admin logout here, and this is the logout function, admin logout. So this one, for example, in the dashboard, I am going to create a link, that is route, that is admin logout, and here logout. So now if I go here, logout, if I click here, I will be logged out. So I will have to create a function here, that is a logged out function. So public function logout. The logout is actually very easy. You will have to just call the logout function, and it should work. When you will call the logout function, then what will be happen? The system will automatically log out me, right? So after the logout, I tell that it will redirect the user to the admin login page. You can also put here any with function, so that you can show the user and information successfully log out. You can do also that. For example, with here you can put success logout successfully. So let's check it, refresh. If I after logout, you will not be able to see this page again. Now I can see it because I am in the logged in. I already have logged in here. But if I log out, click here, you see log out successfully. Now if I try to give the URL manually, it is taking me to this page, and you see please log in first. This is actually set up into authenticate.php in this middleware. Please log in first. So this is in short the login system. I hope you have understood.